surprise, motherfucker.
Yes, guys, welcome to the most messy show on Ace Podcast Nation, nay, Cardiff City World. This is your Flower Hour. It is Wednesday, baby. I am here with my brother from another mother, Mr. Matthew Angel. How the devil are you, young man?
Good evening, Robert. How's it going? Very well, thank you.
That was really formal of you. That was really nice and formal.
Yeah, I think I had my work voice on there, I think.
Yeah, this is the Matthew
Professional
Angel.
as ever, Robert.
That guy.
Yeah. South Wales Derby week. And
it is.
Lots is going on. Lots to talk about, but I know we're going to try and keep it short and sharp tonight. And then we'll have a little look at it on the weekend. I know we're in discussions about what we're going to do for our Flower Hour show on the weekend. I think we have to have a chat with Si as well.
Yeah,
I'm up for a watch along, but I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because our watch alongs don't tend to go very well, do they?
We haven't had a win yet, mate, on a watch along. With it both club and international, we have struggled. You guys and girls and thems in the comments, let us know what you think. If you fancy it, if it's something you would be interested in, then let us know and we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll figure something out because obviously we normally do a show on a Saturday, so whether we do it on a Sunday night instead. But yeah, if you rather us do a watch along on Sunday, then just let us know in the comments. And obviously, we have to clear it with Big Boss Man, and yeah, we'll go from there. Obviously, before we get started, obviously, big massive shout out to AJM. As always, their banners running across the bottom of our screen. So make sure you give them a shout out and check out their work. Very, very high quality for embroidery. And I believe, I think I've said it before, I believe they do deliveries as well. So make sure you guys check them out. So what we were thinking was we'll talk a little bit about the ins and outs of the transfers over the last couple of days. And then maybe a bit of a prediction with I suppose we'll do a prediction for side potentially and the scoreline as well, and we'll go from there. So transfers to start us off. Angel McGuinness finally gone. I think we all can agree we seen it coming. It was just a matter of when, not if. Are you glad this happened now and not even later on in the window?
I am glad it's happened now. Like you said, it was coming. We knew it was coming. Good business, really. As much as I didn't want him to go. You can't knock the business. I can't remember how much we paid for McGuinness, if I'm completely honest with you. It was something I probably should have looked up at the beginning, but obviously we would have made quite a big chunk of money on that. I know there's a percentage we've got to pay back to Arsenal and things, but obviously with the chap they brought in as well, don't know too much about him if I'm completely honest, but I've read a couple of reports and he'll do well. Whether they'll chuck him straight in the mix on Sunday, I don't know if it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, so it'll be interesting to see what people in the comments think about that.
Yeah, apparently he's fit and ready to go, this darling. I'm with you, mate. I don't know a great deal about him. All I know is that he's signed from a Belgian club. I don't know a great deal about him. I believe he's a left-footed centre-half by all accounts.
Which is what we've been crying out for, really.
Yeah, 100%. there was a bit of talk, wasn't it, on the show about would Bagan be that man to fit that in, and I don't think that's his position. So it looks like this is what he was after, that left-sided centre half. So I think it makes a hell of a difference having a natural left footer playing on the left side of the fence. It's priceless. That is, So I look forward to see what he can do. Be interested to see whether he does actually get straight in the starting lineup on the weekend. You'd like to think he can at least make the bench. I know we'll talk about lineups a little bit later on in the show, but I'd expect him to be in the 16 or 18 or whatever, how many it is these days that they have in the travelling pack. So yeah, be looking forward to it. Carrying on with transfers, heavy rumours picked back up again with a certain Perry NG this week. I think it was Preston North End. Most recent team to be linked. Any thoughts on that one?
From the rumours I've heard, he wants to move closer to home.
Yeah.
Disappointed he's not going to a bigger club, and that's no disrespect to Preston North End, but when you're losing players, you like to see them go to a bigger, better club, if I'm honest. And again, like you said, that's no disrespect to Preston, because obviously they're a historic club. But, to lose one of your star players to another championship team, I think is just that bit more of a kick in the teeth. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it.
I said, I think a few of us may have said as well, I always imagined that he would go to Everton. That was my thoughts where he'd end up. It ticks that box of closer to home, and it's also a higher level club. Yes, Everton are not the best these days, but they're still a Premiership football team, aren't they? And I would have thought that move would have made sense. But obviously, it's not a done deal yet. These are obviously all rumours. We don't know how true it is.
The rumours are he wants to be closer to home, so you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Choose, and a family member sick, for example, or something. And if that's the case, then take my hat off to him and thank him for his service, type of thing, and wish him all the best. I just hope they put a clause in his contract that he can't play against us, because he can guarantee you he'll end up scoring a blinking free kick or something.
Yeah, I wonder if they've done that with McGuinness as well. Very much doubt it.
I don't know if they're allowed to do it. I don't know the ins and outs of what kind of things they can put in contract. I know they can do it. I know they can do it when they go on loan, can't they? Yeah. You're not allowed to play against your parent club and things, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what materializes now over the next couple of days. With the rumours, I doubt he'll be in the selection for the weekend, which will be a shame. But you don't know. I don't know. It'd be nice for him to go out with a South Wales derby win, wouldn't it?
Yeah. No, that's right. Just to cap it off. And
then would we get the best out of him on Saturday, knowing it's his last game? Chance of because he's always that player who's in the mix of it all, and he's not afraid to put it about. Would we get the best out of him on Saturday?
Well, no, and that's it. And then what game was that we were talking about?
It's been the last couple of games, really. He hasn't been.
Yeah, he's not been with it. He's not been himself. No, he's been half-mast with his physicality and his mentality, I think. So that says a lot for me, in fairness. So again, it's like the McGuinness situation, that if he's going to go, just go now. Like, you don't hold on until last week of the last couple of days before the window closes. Yes, I know it's getting close to the business end of the transfer window now, don't get me wrong, but it sure as hell be better for him to go now over the next few days rather than a few hours to go of the window, Yeah. So I just wonder if they'll have somebody else to bring in instead of him, or whether he'll go with the youth. with a Conte, for example, with how much faith he has in him.
Well, it's interesting now because there's rumours. You talk about. I don't think there's any other rumours about players going out at the moment. I still haven't heard anything about the ones that were going out on loan, like Conte and that. I don't think nothing's been confirmed there yet. So whether that they might hold off with that now, I wouldn't be surprised. But obviously, there's rumours about this. Is it Will Fish? Is he a Man United?
Yeah,
product of Man United.
Yeah. So again, I don't know a great deal about him. That's one for Roger Giggs to possibly answer. But no, I don't know anything about him whatsoever, to be honest. So
That's all I know is that he went out on loan. He was up at Hibs in Scotland last year, and done fairly well as far as I'm aware. But yeah, obviously, if he's coming from a club of the caliber of Man United, you'd like to think he'd have something about him. But until that's over the line again, that'll be interesting to see. But obviously, with their Darland they've brought in and potentially this Fish again, I think they're both centre back. So it'll be interesting to see what type of formation, he's going to want to go with now for the rest of the season. Are we going to be playing three at the back? It'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I say about obviously bringing in a right back. Cam Chambers spent a hell of a lot of his career at right back. Maybe he's not trusted enough to have the legs to these days, but he used to do a good job at right back, in fairness. But so maybe that could be the alternative. I don't know.
What I would put the trust in the youngsters, right? And I know it's a cutthroat business, and they got to get results, and the manager's obviously judged on his results. But we all talk about building something, trusting the manager and backing the manager. I would much prefer to see the youngsters go on there and give it a go. But yeah, that's me. It'd be interesting to see.
Well, that's it, and I think it makes a hell of a difference in a derby as well, having homegrown players playing in year 11. That's which is something that Swansea has predominantly done for a good few years now, is have homegrown players, boys who know the club inside out, know what it means for that game. And, it definitely could help. But on the flip side of it, the inexperience then in a derby, in a way, going away as well, it could eat them alive as well. So it could be a single swim situation. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, mate, to see what he goes with. I mean, while we're talking about lineups, then do you want to go through should we go through our lineups? What do you think for the weekend?
Yeah, he'll probably end up picking Hovarth in goals, and that's alarm bell straight away for me. I would like him to go for Jack Anick, but yeah, and it's a difficult one to think now because, like I said, if Perry NG is going to commit and he is going to play, then I don't think you can leave him out really. If he's, if he says he's fit and he wants to play, regardless of this move, maybe next week or whatever, then I'd have him in it just for that nitty gritty. Don't give a toot, and he'll battle for you. Like I know we haven't seen probably the best of him towards the end of last season and perhaps the start of this season, but I think he's a type of player that we can't leave out of the squad if he said he's fit and he's willing to play. Like,
yeah. So we'll go with. I'm kind of in agreement with you. I think Alwick starts, but do we think? We think Alwick should start. I beg your pardon, but do we think we both agree Hovarth will probably start?
Yeah.
Right back. So do you think NG will start right back then? And
I would like him to. I don't think he will. I think it'll probably be done and dusted, and it'll probably be another kick in the teeth for us to announce that before Derby Day. I would like to think they would try and keep that for afterwards, really, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's one that needs to be kept behind doors, even if it's hell, Monday or Tuesday or something. Just keep it quiet, and we'll talk about it when it's all done and dusted. So, would you say? Do you think he's going to put it right back then?
I got a funny feeling he might go play like a back three and chuck that Darlin straight in the mix with Chambers and Gutas.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be too against that, if I'm completely honest. I think on Saturday we've just got to go there, frustrate them for the first 20, 25 minutes.
Sunday.
And I wouldn't be surprised if like Caldwell starts on the bench and he's looking to make an impact coming off the bench. I don't know if I agree with that, but I'd understand why he would do it. Injury-wise, I think waiting for the shock.
Oh God!
Yeah,
sorry, I had to pen friggin' had me straight away. That did. Oh dear God! Yeah, carry on.
Yeah,
sorry.
So I'd go with a back three, and perhaps have O'Dowda on the left playing as a bit of a left wing back type of thing. I should have written all this down because I'm terrible with remembering where I put people and that now. But I don't know if it'll be a bit too much for that Capaccio to be chucked straight in there. Got a funny feeling Romeo we might see his mag on the weekend. I don't know. I hope not. And again, that's not being a thing, but I just think his time at Cardiff's done and dusted.
See, I think he'll end up doing all Tanner there.
No.
I got a feeling, but I got a feeling if he does a 5, I got a feeling he's going to run with Ollie Tanner at wing back. I just got that feeling. O'Dowda on the left and Tanner right. I just got a feeling.
Yeah, it's be interesting. So midfield wise, then, what do you think? So we're going 3 at the back. Obviously, Hovarth we reckons he'll put in goals. O'Dowda off the left, kind of left midfield, is it?
Yeah.
You reckon he might put Tanner on the right as a right wing back?
Yeah.
Who's going to play in the middle then? Seal and Rawls if he's fit.
Yeah, I think it will be Seal Rawls.
So what's that leaving us with 3 then to play up top? I got a funny feeling he'll play Mate just because of his physicality, perhaps off the right. Willock off the left. I wouldn't be surprised if he checks Robinson in to start.
Yeah, I think that's quite nailed on. A-Tech27 says, not fuck's sake, he's the new follower. I know, mate. Hey, that's not me saying I want that, let me tell you, honestly.
Tech, get your boots on, but you could do a better job, I reckon.
Josh says, Tanner's knackered after 45 minutes of playing wing and he's not fit enough wing back. No, 100% agree, mate. He's not. He ain't. And I hope I'm wrong. And,
if Conte is still in the building, I would chuck him in there. Because I've been impressed with what we've seen with him through pre-season. Again, you can only judge him on the performances against the teams that we played against. But I've been quite impressed with him, really. And I was quite surprised that the manager came out and said that, he was being considered for a loan. Because I would have thought he would have been good backup. Because he can play in a variety of different positions as well. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's right.
Point Jonathan made there about.
I know. So I got distracted, so I was reading his comments. Some great comments tonight, guys. Thank you. Mate nearly got sent off against Jacks last season. Picking between Tanner and Mate, he's picking the lesser 2 evils lately. Yeah, I remember that. And didn't he come back out for the second half as well? If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure he come back out after the second half. Because I think it was during the first half, wasn't it? I think it was midway through the first half.
Yeah, he was lucky not to get stuck.
He lost his head completely, and and he still came back out, although he did get subbed later on. But yeah, he was very, very close to get sent off, in fairness. But yeah, it depends. And Joshua says about Conte, perfect fit for a wing back, plans to play a press resistant, both fit, athletic, perfect fit. Drop. Where the hell go away? What have I done?
So do you reckon he might consider starting Robertson this week for the likes of Joe Riles, perhaps?
I would. I'd start him, but I don't think he will, mate. I don't think he will. I can't see it happening. I would love for us to be surprised come 2:00 Sunday when they announce the team.
Robertson starting, Al-Ghazi starting.
Oh God, can you imagine? I did still put Hove in goals. That's a really good point from Yayan as well. Is this a game though for Errol to try out the new formation? I don't think this is an experimental game for especially for a derby. And that's a very good shout as well. It's a lot to think about and contemplate. But what I suppose we think, based on how the tactics and formation we're playing at this moment in time, do you think it could get any worse than what we've been watching for the last couple of weeks, or could it get worse?
We just need to put in a 90 minute, and we're going to have to do it Sunday, sorry. Otherwise, anything less than a 90-minute performance against them buggers down there, and they'll pick us off, won't they? Simple as that. If we don't go down there hungrier than what they are, then we've had it. Simple as that. There was a comment there. Lewis Watts, Rolls, and Ramsey are injured. I think I viewed.
Riles is injured as well.
He had an X-ray and it was bruising, so a bit sore, but nothing more than that. I don't think so. Whether or not they'll rest him, perhaps, I don't know. So he might be forced to play Robertson. I don't know, which won't be a bad thing. But again, going back to the point, Ramsey shouldn't have even been on the pitch on Saturday against Burnley to have even picked up that injury. Absolutely shocking man management, in my opinion. But I'm not getting paid mega money to make the decisions that Bullett's making. Just my opinion as a Cardiff City fan.
That's all we can ask.
And going back to what I said then about putting in a performance for 90 minutes, I've been quite happy with some of the football that we have played, but we just haven't done it for long enough and consistent enough. Like the first half, until we blundered that bloody goal on Saturday, we were the better team, without shadow of a doubt. We've had more possession against both the teams we've played at home and obviously Burnley away. Now, last year, we was having 35% possession most games, if I'm honest. But I think Sunderland, we had something like 61% possession of the ball. I think it wasn't far off that against Burnley, or it was in the 50s anyway. But yeah, it's just we need to do something with it. We just can't put the ball in the back of the net. So it'd be interesting to see, going back to the transfers we were talking about, that one striker, Jackson, we'll have to excuse the pronunciation of the surname, Maka
Reina
or something like that. I'm not sure. So apologies for that. But he's flying out to Saudi, I think, to sign a deal out there. So that's another one we're not going to get. Just time is running out, and I just got that awful feeling that we're not going to end up having anybody in.
Joshua says, everyone talk about how badly we've been because looking at the results, it looks bad. Yeah. But we haven't been bad. Cannot believe Ramsey played 90 minutes again. And no, it just echoes what Angel said. We have been playing well, but it's just the same stuff that's letting us down as it has done for the last few seasons. Is lack of attack in the final third and lack of concentration in defensive areas. It's the same old stuff, isn't it? And I don't know, but like, I think, I can't remember if it was on this show or whether it was in private, we were talking about this, and, how much falls on to the surrounding coaches, like the defensive coach, the attacking coaches, and things like that. Because, I don't think we've all got all rainbow-colored glasses on, and just we're missing it. Like, I don't think our squad is a terrible squad. You look at through our team, there's some very good footballers in there,
Yeah.
and I just can't fathom out why we're still not getting the results when you think, not deserve. I hate that phrase, but like, where you think that we should be getting. There's an interesting one year. I'm not sure if that's the right spelling. Reindorf. What a play he looks. Would you? I don't think he'll get close to the starting 11 come the weekend, but would you be against it if he was in with a shout for the weekend?
I'd have him in the squad. I'd put him in the squad, 100%. Just because he's young, he's hungry, and he'll want to impress. And if he gets a 15-20-minute cameo come off the bench,
Yeah.
He's going to bust his balls because, like, he's young, he's keen. He's a South Wales derby, and he's going to want to go out there and make an impression, which is exactly what he done when he came off the bench against Bristol Rovers in the League Cup. There's definitely potential there. Don't get me wrong, it's a big game for him to be thrown in. But at the end of the day, if he's good enough, get him in there. Get him involved. Without shadow of a doubt.
100%. If you're good enough, you're old enough, as the old saying goes, isn't it? And, he looked very good. I know Paul, who's a long-time commentator and watcher, he pointed him out in fairness to us before the cup game. And because I must admit, I haven't seen or heard a great deal about him until then. And dear God, I was impressed. So fair play, Paul. We'll get you on a scouting job, I reckon, mate, for City next time. So with that being said, then should we do some predictions?
I'm going to go for 1-1, I think.
Oh, that's an offense. Or a loser.
I'd take a 1-1 draw, to be honest with you. If they offered that to us now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose. Given how recent weeks have gone, results-wise.
I don't obviously follow the results, but I'm sure they had a good win on the weekend.
Yeah, they lost their first game of the season and they won last week. So they're on 3 points at the moment. So they haven't set the world alight, but yeah, they are up and running with their points total. So Jonathan Davis says 0-0. I'm gonna go. Christ, this is. Well, shall I do mine then before I see anyone else? Dare I do the 2-0 again with Dimmy and Sio? I'm gonna go 2-1 Cardiff. Not Dimmy, CO, and Willock to score.
I don't think CO's ever going to score. He's scored 1 goal in 4 years.
I don't care. It's got to happen, Matt. It's got to bust it. Do you know
he
what?
Needs to score one of Willie Boland's scruffy free kicks.
Yeah, God. We thought word of him. And do you know what? If we do this watch along on Sunday, Matt, and he scores like the winner or something like that, this laptop is going flying, let me tell you. So our Queen of Vikings, Louise says 3-1 Cardiff, with the new boy getting a goal as well.
That'd be a great shout from the next one down from Jonathan's. That would be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it?
3rd minute of added time, Perry NG free kick, 1-0. That laptop's going flying again. Joshua Davidson says, I think we'll lose and the headless will be mental. which was crazy to think we haven't played 10 games yet. Coventry bombed to 10 games, reached the playoff final. Keep the faith. Absolutely. So what do you think? You saying you think they'll lose, mate, or do you just think that that's what happened if Cardiff do lose? Let us know. Yayan says we'll win 1-0. Sorry, we'll
shithouse of 1-0, I think.
Yeah, I can't read properly. Oh, okay, so yeah, we say we'll nick a 1-0 or we'll absolutely batter them 4-0. Sorry, mate, I don't know what happened to my face then. I was trying to read that. Paul says, was he gone? Suffolk Down is one of those games. It's either they just want more because we ain't interested in it, but Buzz definitely wants to win. I'm 3-1. Let's go piss them off and do a Swansea on Swansea. Love it. John Davis says Jane Patterson, he's off to America. That's what you're on about as well. One of them was linked.
Yeah, nice comment from Jonathan there then about that Chopra's going down and he's going to sit at the end. That's quality. Didn't Trundle do something similar back at Cardiff?
Yeah, he's a shit house as well, in fairness, and but got fair play, chops.
What's your thoughts then? And I'm not sure if we talked a little bit about it on our Saturday show about this bubble, and I think like the away tickets didn't sell as quick as they normally do. I think a lot of people are kind of boycotting this bubble of having to travel from Cardiff down to Swansea on a bus. What's your thoughts on
it? I mean, I've read something, but it might be Reese, who lives in Swansea area.
But Port Talbot's nowhere near Swansea, man. That's what Reese will say.
It still stinks there anyway.
Still a Swansea postcode.
He has to, so he lives in that area. He would have to travel to Cardiff to get on that bus or whatever it's called thing, and then go all the way back down to Swansea, which is just absolutely ridiculous. There we are. It says here, it's an absolute joke. We've got to go from Port Talbot to Cardiff to get to Swansea, to go back to Cardiff to drive to Port Talbot. Dear God, like, Port Talbot is blue, always has been, always will be. Oh, McBurney, that's another one. He loves the away end as well. He's a tosser.
Is he still at Sheffield United?
No, I'm sure he's gone to. Oh my God, my bloody hay fever. I'm sure he's gone to.
Oh, don't search any Jack information. If you don't know, we don't know. Don't worry about it.
No, you know I'm a loser like that.
Yeah, God. So potentially we might have a look at doing a watch along on Sunday, guys.
He's at Las Palmas.
Is he?
Yeah. Nice one. Cheers, guys, for all letting us know. So
watch along. We'll have a chat with the powers that be, the boss man, and see what happens. If we can do it, we will. If we can't, we'll do a reaction show a little bit later on Sunday evening, perhaps.
Yeah, I think a few of you have said you'd be happy if we did it. So it makes no difference to me. I'm happy to can't be here by myself watching it anyway. So I'm happy to watch it as we do that. It makes no difference to me. Oh my God, my nose. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us and commenting and getting involved. Much appreciated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all those crazy shenanigans we kindly ask you to do every show. And don't forget, for the price of a pint of car in a month, you can become an East Podcast Nation member, Patreon member, where you get early access to shows. There's going to be some extra stuff coming out for it as well. So please stay tuned for that and make sure you're checking out Size East Podcast channels. Because you'll have more insight on that as well. I'm so sorry, guys, sniffing. I need to go blow my nose. I do apologise. But yeah, without further ado, there's only one thing left to say. Mr. Matthew Angel, do us a favour and send us away.
Up a flower.
Swagger down the street. Lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.